Welcome to ASCENT. I'm Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm here with a divine masculine reading, quite unlike anything I would typically do. If you're new to my channel and you're new to me and you really enjoy this reading, I'm going to burst your bubble now. This is just not something I like to focus on. However, a prophet doesn't always get to tell the people what they want to tell them, and vice versa. Therefore, I am delivering this message about the karmic. Now, typically, when a message about a karmic comes up in a standard reading from Fiery Grace, I lovingly refer to the karmic as, a person, place, or thing sent in to bring about some change. And, if it's a person, I say, come on, guys, if that's your twin flame, haven't you considered the karmic could also be a twin flame? Even if they're not, if they're not your person's twin, maybe they're a twin anyways. Have you been mistreating the DF collective, assuming that someone's a karmic? Blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, we all know people who make it their job to hurt people. And as much as I don't want to focus on them, our divine masculines are being influenced, are being brought down, are being confused and frustrated in some cases by these types of people, and really what I believe would be the entities within them. So I'm going to bless and shuffle. I am going to lay out a spread. And for probably the first and last time, no, I think I did one other karmic reading this year. So the second and last time, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to find out what's going on for those of you who are either in third-party situations or are fairly sure that your divine masculine is with a karmic. All right, let me blow away my attitude. Okay, one more for good measure. Thank you, Lord, for this opportunity. All right, not even to get anybody excited, but I'm gonna just warn you that this is not a good time for karmic situations. Not like, oh, don't get into one during Mercury retrograde. No, I mean like this is not a good timeline in general at the moment in this space for anyone in a karmic relationship. Many of you in the beginning of the year of 2020 heard me talking about how everything that was going on in the world was going to put the pressure on these partnerships and relationships that were trying to cling, and hold on tight. And if people have not ended those dynamics by now, and they are going to let the bad energy flow into eclipse season, in the Sagittarius season, y'all thought Scorpio season was going to be hard for a breakup. Y'all ain't never had been broken up with a Sagittarius or by a Sagittarius. Sag rising right here. Y'all got 3 days and I'm emotionally done. But let me tell you, that's going to hurt. That's going to sting. Capricorn. Aquarius. Look, all I'm saying is as we head deeper into, and kind of close out the zodiac cycle, when you think about the conjunctions, when you think about the alignments, I'm just telling y'all right now, this is not a good time. And if you're not supposed to be involved in that, stay away. Don't worry, you gonna hear about it. If you are supposed to be involved in it, Keep your hands out the pot. It's not yours to touch. It's just yours to be present for, hopefully, no drama. Hopefully. What's going on? It's time. This time is about the divine masculines finally standing up. And listen, I get it. A lot of readings lately have been very encouraging, with regards to the divine masculine collective. I understand. So I also understand where some of you who have the karmic or third party situation going are thinking, not my DM. But even in the karmic reading, the DMs are not playing around anymore. Why? Because they've seen everything. They've watched everything. And they've been alerted to what's really going on. What do we need to understand about this? New partnerships or contracts. Listen, you've come into your own. You did your thing, but you've got to move forward. King of Wands, Two of Wands. This is no joke. That is also telling me someone's coming off of the Hanged Man tree. And guess what? When you get off the tree and you have that enlightenment in you, you have been what? Awakened. We already started. I mean, come on. And look at that. The move of God says, get up, go forth. And the DMs are like, let's do this then. I sense a lot of Chariot vibes from them right now. Wow. Now that, some of you already know about that. Not surprised. Not surprised. See, what's happening right now is the karmic individual is being offered something they don't want from the divine masculine. I don't know what it is that the divine masculine wants to give, but they're like, no, not good enough. Not. And what's funny is I get a little bit of a contrary nature. Like some of this is pushing the person away or saying no to them simply to be difficult, simply because you can. And the sad part is the divine masculines are like, listen, I'm a couple steps away from being out of here. So you're going to get your wish. So while the karmic is over here kind of in the Four of Cups vibe, just being a little divine masculines are in Five of Cups. They're like, I'm tired of waiting. I'm not happy. I haven't been happy. I'm tired of waiting around for you to become happy so that I'm allowed to be happy. I'm stepping out. I know it's going to be hard. There's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of heartbreak that you brought into my life through your hatred, through your ways. I'm done. So what do we need to know? Well, would you look at where the DM is headed? What do we need to understand about this? Wow. Two of Wands, sync, repeats. There's our 12. Not only am I enlightened from divine about what I need to be understanding about where I've been, because typically the King of Wands does look back so that they can look forward, but also you're showing me, spiritually speaking, where my home is. And you're helping me get there. 11. It's the portal. Since 11/11, pretty much anyone who was meant to be a part of this energy, who's going to still be dealing with drama even after that period of time, as much as we might want to hope our DMs got out so they didn't have to experience the vibes I was kind of talking about in the early part of the reading, that's probably not going to happen. They probably need to be a part of this particular shift. Interesting that we have on top 11, underneath 11 and 11. This is an as above, so below kind of vibe that's pointing me to the devil and the lovers. The divine masculine is over it. What do we need to understand? Yeah, look at that. Five of Cups sync with the Four of Wands. They're turning away because they know what they want and they know they can't get it here. Wow, and you know what's funny is if you put the 2 and the Two of Wands of the DM doing what they're supposed to do, that's that Four of Wands vibe. Hold on. See? Wow. It almost wanted to be this, but you see my finger caught it. The dream. Hold on. So the DMs are letting go of the old, but they're turning around. They took off the cloak of death, we saw release. This to me says that some of them are already in the midst of a transition. Some of them could have very well already started, like, packing, leaving, whatever, but some of them, and this is going to sound terrible because I know that DFs, we think different sometimes, whether you're male or female or other, you think different as a divine feminine. It's very hard for many of us, not all, but many of us to, even like or date someone else when we have our heart set on someone. It's very hard for us to do a lot of things when we have an emotional tie. The divine masculines are a bit opposite. They can still care. They can, you know what I mean? They can still struggle, but they can push that deep, 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 deep down, and they can focus on what they have to focus on in the moment, okay? What I see is a divine masculine collective, again, in this particular group, who is either already on the way out or if they're still in the situation, they've already thrown it to the side. They're in it. So, okay, I'm gonna be careful about this one. I was gonna say who this was. It's not Mr. Lightwork, but it's someone in my family, and I've been finding out more and more that a lot more people than I think follow my channel. You guys know when you subscribe that we get a notification, right? Like, we know who you are. Just throwing it out there. Anyways, so someone in my life somehow always seemed to have an overlap with their partners. Like, every partner they had, there was an overlap with the next one. But then what you realized is, this person was always in monogamous relationships. They appeared to come across as a cheater because they technically did cheat, right? But to them, they weren't cheating. In their mind, they were already done with the person, and they were not going to give another moment to that individual. So yeah, we might have still lived together. I might not have left yet, but I'm done. So interesting that I see a DM whose mind is already moving forward. And the 11 that we caught here, we really saw 911 in this divine masculine. You saw that, right? 4 + 5, 1, 1. That 911 call is saying, get to the money, get to the opportunity, get to the hope, get to the good, sensible choice. Not the one that makes you feel crazy because you have an addiction to adrenaline. Or, you know what I'm saying? Not the one that makes you feel, normal because you have this inadequacy, complex. Get to the gold. What do we need to know? Wow. Stop pretending there's no problem. Stop acting like everything's fine, DM. Get to the gold. That's the 911 call. And that's 11 again. That's 1111 on the board. What do we need to know about this? Look who shows up. Wow, that's 11 again. What's going on? Y'all, I'm sorry. It's just crazy. All the public readings I do, it's all 1111. All 1111. It just, sorry. Sorry. But okay, sorry, this showed up. It was behind the King of Pentacles. It's the dream, it's the goal, and it's okay, so it was the realization that you're gonna have to really believe that you can be prosperous. You're gonna have to, if you wanna do this, you're gonna have to do it. And so what we see is, stop pretending there's no problem. You know full well the reason why you haven't fulfilled this dream yet is because of this. It's stalemate energy. It's, I'm gonna just sit and I'm gonna wait. And it's like, that's what you decided to do all year long. And look at where you are. Okay. Oy vey. Look at the freaking, this is the karmic. And you want to know how God shows up? Like, putting 11 with 2 Ks. 2 kings, no less. A karmic attempting to have emotional control, dominate the divine masculine mentally and spiritually. Man, I don't want to buy into the karmic thing. You guys know that, but sheesh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God is very funny to me, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, and look at that. 11 there. That would be total. 8 of Pentacles. Hold on. Oh, sorry. was like, just in case you don't believe it, there's another one. Eight of Pentacles. Skilled work. Seeking rewards. Wanting to learn everything about a subject. What's going on with you, Karmic? Oh, when would you look at that? The Knight of Cups. Learning about charm. A feather. Hold on, let me look at this. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Symbolism. I said symbolism. There we go. Yellow flower. Nope. Yellow feather. It's a reminder to be cheerful and lighthearted. This makes me think about the fact that we tend to call the Queen of Wands the Karmic, and it's because she's got this real flirty vibe to her. So to see, kind of charming, to see the yellow flower show up with the Knight of Cups, trying to kind of keep things steady, nice and slow. Let's not go too fast. Hold on. It's almost as if they're feeding the divine masculine just enough, giving them just enough to keep them engaged, to keep them focused on them. What do we need to understand about this? It's a trap. It's a low vibrational trap. Now, if the divine masculine should choose to maintain this life with this person, the emotional trap has already been set. But I also see the fact that even a part of that is behind the scenes, like a plan within a plan, inception. They think they know. They think they've got everything under control. They think if they can just keep being charming and I don't know why, but that's what I heard. A little okay, so I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna just do it. Hold on, let me split these two. Alrighty, so alright, I don't know what to do that yet. Don't know what to do with this. Okay, alright. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. It's so funny. Normally their spread just comes to me, and even during this one I'm like, okay. Okay. So, I don't know what we're doing yet. And can we catch up here? Where are you guys at? I know it's late to ask that, but where are you at? Go ahead. Tell us. Ooh. And tell us if you have any Sagittarius or Gemini in your chart. As I said, I'm a Sagittarius rising. Gemini Venus. Okay, I'm done. All right. All right, let's get the overall. What is this about? What are you trying? Well, okay, this is a better question. Why did you make me do this? What? Because clearly there's something I'm supposed to coach somebody through. because I'm a coach, not a reader. So why make me do this? This is why I don't do these. Because what's the point? Yeah, there's a karmic. Boo. You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to do? So this is going to help me, but you too. Because this is going to tell you why you're still watching or reading by someone who does not specialize in karmic stuff. Ace of Swords, because you need the truth. Well, thanks, Dad. Okay, Dad. You want me to do a karmic reading because I'm the only one who's going to deliver the truth. But for some reason, I feel like that is not what I think it means for me. For you, very important. Why? Why is it okay? Because I could have done this reading at any point. I could have done it during, like, the summer, or, you know what I mean? Any point. Why now? Why post portal after we know there's been an activation, but pre walkthrough? Why, well, I don't even know. There's certain things I haven't told you guys yet that I know, so I can't say certain stuff. But why even before eclipse season? What's happening right now? The Wheel of Fortune shows up. The Wheel of Fortune and the ego death show up. You know why? You need to see the truth. You need to see why the divine masculine, even in your life, because some of you, my other readings are too nice and the DM you're dealing with is not like this, or the karmic is so bad that it's like, Grace, you don't understand. There's so much more. And what you talk about is great. It's sweet. I take that coaching where I can, but what about this? And it's like, listen, even your DM, they might be the late bloomer, but remember, the last shall be first, honey. Don't be mad at that. The longer it takes your DM, the more powerful I believe they'll be. Mr. Lightwork is proof. Okay. I don't want to touch them, but I'm going to do it. What's the main thing we need to understand right now? What is the karmic's overall goal or role, or I guess I'm going to say this, it's the anti-feminine, right? That's usually, they're going to come in and kind of bring about the opposite of what the DF, or even show flaws where, the DM needs to be better prepared for their DF. So what is it? What do we need to understand? That's sync. It did not show up in the karmic's deck until now. It was a blockage. It was, their goal was stopping the DM from becoming who they're supposed to be. Oh, this is resonating way too hard for me right now. What the heck is going on? Their role was to help the DM become who they were supposed to be. The devil's in the details, child. Look at why, and you'll start to understand divine a bit more. Instead of asking why me, or how does this keep happening, or no, look at why would this be happening in the first place. The karmic's role is exactly what we would think it would be if we were from the outside. But when you're in the midst of it, it's hard to see that, because you think, I had a client ask me this last week, and she don't know the last few readings we had, and I'm pretty sure she watches these. So what's up, girl? She don't know the last few sessions we had together. She said some things to me that was like, whoa. But she said, Grace, why this? Like, that's what I would want to know from my guides, Why did you need me to learn this lesson this way with this person or this thing? You know what I mean? And when I tell you, I felt that so hard. And it's like, I know that to some of us, we might say, why not let my counterpart come to fullness with me? And the truth is, some of you, that is the case. It will happen. It's just going to happen when it's supposed to, and not just because you want it to. But for some of you, yeah, you are waiting on your divine counterpart to get it together, so that when they come to you, they are themselves, their true self. And the only person, place, or thing that can bring it out of them may be that, karmic label. So they think they're going to stop the DM. I don't know why, though. Because in some cases, wouldn't we think that the counter, or the karmic, actually cares a little bit about the DM, or like maybe even some self-centered, more self-focused role? Like, why would stopping the DM for becoming themselves be helpful to you? I don't understand. That might be a good question. Why? Because you got issues. Because it's a part of your own awakening to see, ooh, honey, you want to be destructive? You want to destroy people? God will destroy you back. God don't like ugly. Ooh, honey, honey. You honestly believe that God is going to let your puny little self, weak as you are, completely just ridiculous. All you got is a little bit of a shake here and there, or bat your eyes, or some cleavage, booty cleavage, or booby cleavage, whatever. Everybody got whatever. The point is, you got something superficial, something irrelevant, and you really thought that it was enough. Nobody cares about that stuff. God don't hate you, but God's also not going to let you do something just because you want to with this negativity in your soul and in your spirit, Karmic. What are you doing? So DF, I would encourage you, again, pull back a bit, because if the person is a Karmic and your divine counterpart is a true twin, like, and is even your true twin, then the Karmic may also be a twin flame. And I know people don't like to think about that, because some of y'all really, really hate the Karmic in your life. And you think that that's okay because other readers have told you, yeah, go ahead and hate them. Go ahead and watch a million readings about how terrible they are, because that's really going to make your life better. Sure. But it's like, unfortunately, it's the truth of how things work. And if you, as a twin flame counterpart, are not meant to be there for your counterpart, it probably would still take another twin flame to activate such powerful energy within your counterpart. Because here you see, this is that 12 energy that we saw for the DM's 5D, not the 3D, but the 5D we did. This person was made for your counterpart at such a time as this. Forgive them. I forgive you, Karmic. I forgive you, Karmic. Because you, in your fleshly, egotistical, sadistic, psychotic, sociopathic ways, are going to do everything our counterparts need to become everything they're meant to be for us. Appreciate that, dog. I'm gonna go ahead and snatch that. My germs. Okay, so let's go ahead and check on this then. So how is the DM doing with this? Are they, is it okay? Are they okay? That's not a good question. Pause. It's not the wrong question, it's the phrase. What changes did this particular person actually bring about in the 3D? Okay, now this is important. This is a sync for the divine masculine. But this is two messages in one, because remember, in the 5D we had the Queen of Pentacles, and then in the 3D we had the King and the Ace of Pentacles. To me, this says that the Karmic revealed what an incredible opportunity the divine feminine truly is, union truly is, right? A real partnership truly is. Now, here's why this is important, because what we see again on this board is this 1-2 vibe, okay? We also see 3, which to me says this is almost like divine intervention, okay? This is asking us to understand that there is a method to the madness, okay? There is a method. Oh, I'm getting chills. I'm freaking out. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Well, you know what? Might as well. What is it that we need to understand about how this awakening brings about a better partnership for the DF and the DM? Wait, did I look back here? No, but this is 11. And isn't that funny? 11 again and 12 for this one again. No, they had 5, but we did have 12. Okay, focus. But 11 here again for the DM. So, you know, it's funny because the DM keeps showing up as our DM, not their DM. You understand? That's interesting to me. I honestly thought we were going to see a bunch of just very yucky cards for the DM and in the 5D, which is really representing us, not the Karmic. The Karmic is only really represented here and kind of described or explained here. So the fact that the karmic energy isn't showing up with the DM or in the 5D to me says, again, it's already fading away. The influence is fading. So seeing this, the emotional control that the karmic has tried to exhibit over this person isn't working. It's just not working. It's making them think more about you. Now, some of you are like, my DM doesn't even know who I am. And I know that's more rare, but it still happens. Some of you are thinking, well, I messed up pretty bad. My DM probably isn't thinking about me. Listen, there are some cases where I can very clearly feel the DM is not aware of a specific person. And in some, they have a completely different random person in mind. But those thoughts and feelings and all that are being put into them by divine so that they'll just start moving, not really realizing that when the fog clears, it was you. So again, I know not everyone wants to hear that, but sometimes there's pain, there's stubbornness, there is, sometimes it's even just they don't think you want them, they don't even know, so again, just let things flow before you so sorry. How has this helped awaken the divine masculine, but also had a positive influence on the divine feminine? Ignoring this energy, but focusing more on the partnership, okay? The dynamic. What do we need to understand? Wow. So there's the 3. The divine masculine truly is crystallizing the idea of prosperity, truly is experiencing divine intervention, and the fact that we have the as above, so below continuously showing up. The DM is missing something. They're missing their inspiration, their true divine queen, their spark. They're missing what life without karmic influence feels like, without the heavy burden of constant death. Ugh, that sounds awful. What do we need to understand about what this means for the collective? Because if it's allowing the divine masculine to see from a higher space, obviously something is happening. I mean, we keep seeing that 12, 12, 12, that enlightenment energy, that hangman vibe. But then remember 21, boom, boom, is accomplishment, is, it's the world, it's the final, it's reaching where you expected to go all along from the fool's journey on. This is also symbolizing to me that there is this ending, like really solid, complete, divine, just this is over ending happening. But then again, 3 is the Empress. You see, everything is pointing us towards this feeling within, I think both, which is probably why there's a lot of pressure from old K here. K does not like the way the DM seems to be moving. Doesn't everything they find out about the DM literally rips them apart inside because they're so ridiculously karmic. These are people who will one day be good. God willing, one day they will be forgiving and kind and sweet and stop trying to be so manipulative and evil. But right now, no, they're not happy. They're not. It's driving them crazy. And they're doing everything they can to stop this final shift, not knowing, you fool, this person's too far gone. The more you work for the evil, the more you're working for God, because God sent the evil to test them and help them grow in the first place. Fool. Leave them alone. You'd have better luck stopping them if you just left them alone. But everything you do forces them to think. How foolish. What do we need to understand about this? Called it. As above, so below, from the devil to the lovers. Y'all, if you just got here, you might have missed it. But if you've been here, you heard me say it. Okay? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 11, 11, 11. Remember that whole, I kept seeing it? This is what I saw. This tells me that the war is already over. The things the divine masculine is dealing with right now are just the remnant. But look at this. I just realized on top of the mountain, and then you can kind of see. It's like, wow, but okay, now this is crazy. Imagine if an angel came and stood back facing, right? The angel came and stood out over there somewhere, and the glory started to shine and the whole sky turned orange or yellow, right? Because that's kind of what I see. I see that from over here where this DM is standing on the top of the mountain, they can't actually see what's happening in the 5D. But they know something's happening. And they know this person. They know it. But you know what I want to pay attention to here? Divine Feminine. Do you want to know why it's especially important right now for you to keep your eyes on Divine? Because there's someone in your ear. I'd like to think that I'm not the person in your ear. I'd like to think I'm not the person sitting there trying to whisper negative things to you, especially since I don't even do readings like this. But that does make me then think that you've got some readers who might be making y'all go crazy, and you might want to check on that. You've got some friends telling you things they shouldn't be telling you. You've got some family members. You've got all kinds of people, places, things. You watch TV shows about drama and then you wonder why you have insecurities. You know what I'm saying? You follow those people on Instagram or TikTok or whatever doing all these different things and you wonder why you're always questioning yourself. Again, not a reader. I'm a coach. Can't help but coach. Can't help but tell you that I see a divine masculine right now who knows that the end is near with this situation, that this cycle is almost complete. But there is still a little bit of a vibe of this kind of hermit energy that says, before I take that last step and I start the victory parade forward, going exactly where I know I'm supposed to be, am I really ready? Do I have it all together? Because this person, this relationship sure doesn't make me feel like I do. Let's jump in. What has the karmic been thinking when it comes to this dynamic? What are the thoughts? What is the focus right now for this person? 8 of Swords, create illusions. Some of you need to be careful. I've actually gotten people who've asked me for help. It happens all the time. A lot more than I'd like to admit, with either spells or demons. Look, y'all, first and foremost, I can't be there for you in that way because unfortunately, nowadays in this day and age, you know, with the lawsuits and right? So I can't even I gotta be extra cautious already with what I do allow to come out of my mouth in this day and age. But when you add on to it that I don't know enough about the situation, even if you gave me all the background in the world, I don't know enough about the situation to just reply with an email most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I just want to warn you now that when I say something about spells and magic and whatever, potions, I'm trying to think of whatever, demons, possession, y'all, the best advice I can give you as a daughter of the God Most High is if you believe it's in you, then it's in you. You understand me? That's why I'm untouchable. I believe I'm untouchable. I'm not saying it to you like, oh, I think no, I'm telling you I'm untouchable. If I ever am touched, it's because God said so. And it's not going to be with a puny demon or a little spell. Someone said one day they're going to put me in a jar. Go ahead, all your jars are going to crack, fool. What's wrong with you? Don't mess with God's people. Don't stress this. Don't worry about the karmic's little brain thinking of evil things to do. Now, some of you don't believe in that stuff. Good. Don't get caught up in all that, especially if you're not the one casting. You don't know what people doing. Don't let these readers drive you crazy telling you she ain't doing no spells. Stop. Half of them aren't even stalking you. Stop letting these readers lie to you. Okay, anyways. Don't stress this. This could be as simple as creating an illusion of fear. Oh, you're trapped, DM. Yeah, you can't go anywhere. This could be someone, this I believe could happen. Someone lying about being pregnant. Someone lying about something that, something, anything, right? Oh, my visa's about to be up. Your visa ain't about to be up. Something like that. Things that would make the divine masculine feel pressured, unnecessarily pressured to make a move. It's not going to work. See, I told you, the more work they do trying to get the divine masculine off track, using their ego to try to get the DM distracted, the more the divine masculine will see the truth right now. It's just the nature of the energies. Seeing this, show up first thing, says the karmic has karma on the brain. This person is going to continue to manifest negative issues, problems, just nonsense into their life. The farther you stay away from them and their energy, the less you have to deal with it. Period. This person has thoughts of ruination, making you and your DM both feel trapped by keeping them away from you. I mean, this person is doing everything they can to create a sense of negative vibrational field, or a sense of just pure negative emotion all the time, unshakable. But it's not going to work unless you let it. You see where their thoughts are? This is all they know how to do. Let them spin their wheels. Let them think that they've won. Even if God lets them get over on you in any way, it's not going to be a real win. It's just not. You are loved. This person has to go through this experience in their own life before they can be healed, because they have to learn that destruction only will wrought destruction. Until they learn that all that time they spent in their thoughts being miserable was wasting their own life, they're going to keep doing it. And they're going to do it to anyone, not just your DM, anyone they come into contact with. Most karmic people, most people who call their karmic a karmic don't actually know the person. They just don't like that they're with the DM. In the rare case that they do know the person, there's animosity. I'm going to say, like, in the rare case, like probably half those people, the animosity is there because they're nasty to each other. Like, of course there's going to be problems. Stop trying to blame them because you nasty too. There's a very rare few that are dealing with someone who is just, should be locked up crazy and has done nothing and actually stays out of it. It's rare. I understand this person sucks. I understand that this person is trying to hurt you in some way, shape, or form. But God doesn't put anything on us that we can't handle. And God doesn't encourage anyone to help us grow through strife or otherwise if it's not going to be beneficial to us. This is one of the best pieces of news I've gotten all day. Why? Because fear is exactly what happens to most of us in our dynamic. Most of us, there is an actual movement going for quite some time. Things tend to stay about the same and slowly, rise or slowly fall. Every so often there are these abrupt endings, sure, but then even when you kind of look back, you realize, you know what? Nah, it was actually already kind of getting down and we just finally did it. This says to me, number one, proof that this is already almost over, because now they're just reaching in their pockets. This is also how they feel, which means that right now they feel trapped. They feel stuck. They want what they wanted in the first place with this person back, because their relationship is not there right now. But most importantly, it says that all this person knows how to do is make people scared. That's good news. Because that means that a lot of what you have in your head, especially if you can say right now that you've never actually heard from them, never spoken to them, never dealt with them, and it's all just in your head from stalking, what your DM might lie or say, because they don't always tell the truth about other people, or from you just making crazy stuff up in your head because a reader told you. If you actually know this person, this is really good news. And if you don't, this is trying to tell you, sir, ma'am, can you please go get your mind right? Because there is no reason for you to be in the same state as a karmic. Okay, Grace, keep moving. What's the emotional space? Because clearly in their mind, even though they're very much in a space of conflict, the Eight of Swords has a very heavy, you even see the water in the bottom of it in many decks, very heavy emotional vibe to it still, okay? Because the fear kind of brings in, it allows the emotions to creep in. How is this person emotionally? How are they feeling inside? How many times is this card going to come up? And remember, it came up for the DM too. So it's funny. I think they see the DM as slipping away. They feel completely out of control. That's why they're doing this. Okay, so this is important. Something happened Something went against this person's dream. I'm cracking up right now. Something went against this person's dream. And because it kind of crashed and burned, I mean, it's bad. Whatever they were thinking or expecting or trying to do fell apart. I mean, this could be months, day, week, years of planning and executing amazing manipulation, and doesn't matter. You're screwed. It's killing them inside. So you have someone who's fearful in the mind and completely just emotional upheaval in the heart. This person has no intuitive standing. Do you understand? What I mean is, anything that they're led to do right now is going to be foolish and it's not going to work anyways. So again, why are you stressing this? If you really believe that someone is doing it like a spell, like again, if they came out and told you, I just put a spell on you, that's different. But if you just think it because a reader said it, or because I don't even know, some people just believe crazy stuff like that for no reason, it has no basis whatsoever, no fact whatsoever. If you've been there, you might want to ask yourself, when did this person even see me as a threat, right? Because if they got my person, then why would they see me? What's the point of seeing me as a threat? I'm just, the side piece. They're the main, or you know what I mean? I'm just whatever. Clearly, if you feel that at the least that they might be directing some negative energy towards you mentally, it's because you're doing something right, doing you out of the situation. Meaning, not even being present, just existing. It's driving your DM wild. Isn't that something? It doesn't matter what they do, it will never be enough for this person. And it doesn't matter what they do to try to hurt this person, it will never be enough to even reach them. If this person's spell isn't strong enough on the person that you want, how the hell are they reaching you? You know what? That's okay. Because some of y'all don't want that duality in your life. Some of you don't want a reader who's going to say to you, that doesn't make any damn sense. But that's okay. Can't have both. That's all I'm trying to tell you. What is their greatest challenge right now with the divine masculine? Trying to maintain the relationship. What is the challenge? What is the problem? The Five of Cups in reverse. The divine masculine's already walked away. The divine masculine is clearly already focusing on their new relationship. They have no interest, no care. They're pretty much willing to sacrifice everything in their life and move forward. This person, remember in the Five of Cups, they're already halfway through the journey. No, that's not true. But they're like an hour outside of town on a cross-country road trip, okay? The only reason I'm turning back around is if I forgot something. And since I'm going across the country, I probably didn't. And do I really want to go back an hour to come back? Nah, I'm probably still not going back. I'll order it, mail it to me. You know what I'm saying? This person, already gone. When you talk about someone being mentally out of the picture, I'm going to tell you what, this is especially frightening for this person if they live together. This is absolutely terrifying for this person if they live together. If they live separately, it's driving them crazy. But there's still this hope that they'll come back. I will tell you, they're not giving up, okay? They're not done yet. But I don't even know if anything they do after what they've already tried will even have enough steam, right? I don't think it's gonna have enough. I got chills. I got chills right now, y'all. This is freaking crazy. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm getting a real specific message. Okay, so where will they be blocked? Because normally we look at, right, like what's blocking someone, but it's like, nah, this is good. We don't want to know what's going to block us. This is like what's going to block you from ever being able to accomplish and achieve this. Honey, it's you. It's you. Remember I said yellow flower instead of yellow feather? Let's look up yellow flower. Hold on. Look, it's already still right here. I saw the word flower or feather and I said flower. New beginnings, happiness, joy. It's funny because same color, but the feather versus the flower. The flower actually takes me and makes me think about the Six of Cups. Wow. Sorry, I'm just sitting here like, what is happening? It also makes me think about the Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles in her garden, like hanging out. I just really get this vibe of the blockage is you. But I don't think so. Here's where I think that this is important, because the first message I heard was I was going to say you, the lighthouse, but I realized a lot of you don't know what that means when I say that. Some of you are going to be like, oh, lighthouse. Okay, that's a symbol for me. So that's an important sync. There's your sync. Okay. Others of you will remember that I often see the Queen of Cups sitting on the edge of the shore, and she is a lighthouse. In fact, you know what? I normally don't do this. You guys know I don't like to do this, but I want to find her. Because in this deck, it's beautiful. Oh, perfect. See, God loves me. Oh, and look who she's between. The Empress and the King of Swords. Ha. All right, so the Queen of Cups in this deck is a really good example. Can you see? She's in the midst of the waters, but she's light. And above her is this whirlpool. There's a star. Below her, it's like the animals are all kind of, or the fish and the whales and the water marine creatures, they're swimming around this vortex of energy. She just is that powerful. So this is different because she's technically out in the middle of the ocean like the king would be. But I do get this sense of, you know, either you are the siren or you're the lighthouse. And either way, your DM is coming home. He's not going back out, at least not in the same boat. I'll say it like that. You are the blockage. What's under here? Healing from the trauma. And there you are. Yep. Okay. So why is the DM still a part of this in some way? Whether they're all the way out except last step out the door, or just starting to realize they want to walk away. Why are they still here? What do they need to do in the 3D to make this final shift or purge or change or whatever? The Page of Swords. It's about confidence. The way they look in the mirror. Being able to see themselves with it in this kind of dual nature. Which kind of makes me think they need to become the page and then the knight. The only way they're going to be able to get out and come save the damsel is if they see who they are first. Okay. Well, holy cow, because I just realized that the Two of Wands, I know this is for the DM, but the Two of Wands is our DM card twice over. They're coming into their own, but the only way that they can leave this situation behind is if it's complete fullness of self. It's a dual-sided camera, front and back, past, present. What is this? I've never noticed this. And these look like toes. So they're looking at their footsteps from the past. Okay, we got that with the King of Wands. Yes. They're looking at their footsteps in the past to prepare their footsteps in the future. So this is not just about looking at who they really are as like a divine masculine and a partner, and not even just as a person, but this is also looking at who they were, who they are now, and who they will be. Who was, who is to come. As above, so below. This person wants to step into fullness, but they want to do it in a way that doesn't, this is going to sound weird, but they don't want to embody or become a person they're fully not. Now that would never happen, but they don't know that. They don't understand their awakening, especially because they've been around this crazy person. They don't understand. And since I think there's a lot of lows attached to this dynamic, a lot of nastiness, a lot of bad things that were said to this person, I can also see that There is some confusion about who they really are. Interesting that seeing the truth of a situation points me here and says it's also seeing the truth of self, the truth of your past situations and how they got you here. This is deep. This person does not want to make the same mistakes ever again in their life. They are determined to make it so. The question for you, Divine Feminine, and I guess if we've got some DMs watching, if you're trying to get out of a karmic relationship and you're not sure how, the question for you is, where do you lack confidence? Where are you still not sure of who you are? Where, and then really, where are those issues really being compounded by past behavior and not necessarily actual ability? Okay, what can we look forward to in the 3D once this person steps away? As much as we see they are going to have grown and had their awakening and found their truth and all these different things and really, again, come into their own, ready to start their next relationship dynamic in, I think, again, their fullness. What is it that we'll see the most of or the best of out of what they dealt with here? 5 of Wands, maturity. Maturity and a legacy. And this is 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords together. There's the 7 I saw with the Chariot energy for the DM. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Fighting. This is a new thing for them, being mature this way. They felt out of place. That's how they figured this out. The way they realized that they weren't who they were supposed to be, and then that there was also more to it, was not feeling at home with someone that they thought they should feel at home with. A lot of them did go to a karmic that was not good enough for them, or was like clearly low class, calls them like, I don't like saying these words because I know that it can come across like really, I don't know. If you don't know me, it's like, whoa. But if you know me, when I say trashy, I mean someone who claims trashy, not me. And I would look at them and be like, you trashy. No, someone who's like, yeah, I'm trashy. And like this person thought, because that's how they spoke, they believed that about themselves. Oh, I ain't this, I ain't that, I'm terrible. They thought it would be cool to get with someone like that. But then they felt out of place, which confused them. So I'm gonna be real. Some of them might have thought that they were actually even worse than this person. And given the amount of mental manipulation this person was giving and doing, they probably believed that that was real. But now, as they come out of it, as they start to refocus on the true dream, and they're ready to move forward. This seed that was planted is coming. It's coming. It's starting to sprout. And I see a Knight of Pentacles vibe from this person that says, I'm ready to buckle down. I don't want to be this way anymore. I just have to figure out how. Okay, so what's the final message from God, our spirit of guides? I can't say words right now. What's the message? So, isn't that funny? Because I saw this a few times. Like, I think once was right here. Yeah. There was a few 7... No, I don't remember what the vibe I got was. I don't remember why I saw it. I saw it somewhere else, though. I felt it. I don't want to show you this because you're going to get mad at me. Can you promise me not to be mad? All right. Those of you who didn't promise, when you click off, just make sure you like the video first, okay? Is it clear? Does it say it? Can you tell that word? You see it? Can you? It says, wait for perfect timing? What does that mean? I have never heard that before. Okay. Look. 2021, it's going to be a crazy year. You need to be ready for it regardless of where this person is. You just have to be. Because once this person is ready, 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands, they're coming with the ring and the baby, and they want to get out of town. Let's go. Let's go to the faraway land I see in my dreams. Let's go. Let's go where the land is bright and we can be ourselves. Let's go. Let's go be happy. I thought I knew what happy was, and then I found my balance. All right. Sorry, I'm getting a little. So, what's the final message for Divine Feminine then? DF, you see the karmic can't get through because of you. They probably call you the karmic. Isn't that funny? You see the divine masculine, they want to move forward. They're growing so much more than you could know. And again, this is not personal growth only. This is personal growth that leads to the creation of a legacy. They're ready. What do you need to know? What do you have to do? Seven of Swords. Remember that the two shall stand. Remember that the divine masculine's motives will change. And that's one of the most important things that's going to make a big difference in what you guys do once you come together. He's already, she, he, whoever they are, they're already on the way. Look at this, see the colors? Remember I told you about the chariot? This is the chariot color scheme and energy I felt too. See that? I saw that here as well. They're already on their way out. The distant land that they are leaving now is not what they thought it was going to be. They got what they needed. Remember I told you I saw Six of Swords here as well? You see the swords. I think they might be eyeing this one for you. This is for you. You know what's funny? Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if I should tell this story. Now that I know how much we're being watched, I feel like I have to be like even more careful. I already don't tell y'all like anything that important to my life. I tell y'all a lot in these readings. Personal and private readings, y'all. That's why they got to be private, because I say a lot more. I'll tell y'all the stories I'm not supposed to tell. One time when Mr. Lightwork and I, after, you know, my divorce, and Mr. Lightwork and I were, where were we by that point? It was right around my birthday, so no. So we were already, I think, in our, you know, pseudo together thing we were trying to do, like open relationship thing. And one time he was doing some help, like helping this girl that, you know, he, I think, was messing around with or whatever. And I knew where he was going. You guys, again, like basically since May of 2018, there's no reason for us to lie to each other. There just hasn't not been. So Mr. Lightwork is sometimes too honest. And he told me he was going to go help this girl and that she was going to pay him. And she was going to pay him like $15. And he was like, baby, I'm doing this for us. I'm getting this money from her for us. And I almost slapped him. I was like, $15? Oh my God. I mean, the fact that we were in the relationship we were in, I laughed, but I still was like, so I still was basically, you guys have to remember, I hung out with dudes my whole life, including my dad, my cousins, fake brothers my whole life. Like, I act like a dude sometimes. And so I talked to him, I didn't act like a girl in that moment. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Mr. Lightwork, oh, that's so funny. I like talked to him like his homeboy, like, man, fool, if you don't shut up. Because it was just like, what? So, okay, I'm sorry. I know it might seem like I'm off track, but I'm not. This divine masculine, the one who's already on the way to you. So again, if you feel like your DM doesn't even know who you are, if you feel like that you and your DM have a lot more time before you can get together, but you do feel like this karmic situation is coming to an end, you know, maybe this doesn't apply to you as much, right? But those of you who are like, nah, okay, I can sense it, I know it, I've heard it, he said it, she's told me, whatever. This person has already made the shift from, you know, I'm not really sure, right, to like how to get out of this, to it's time to go. Like, I'm ready to go. I've learned what I needed to learn here. And in their mind, if they're still staying around and closing things off, they really believe that it's for you for some reason. I don't know why. You will know better than I do. And I think it would be important maybe if some of you were willing to share it, like if it wasn't too personal or like too revealing. If you're like, you know what, I know exactly why they're staying. You know, some of you Again, you know me. If you came to me and were like, Fiery Grace, I have just met a married man. Should I get with him? I'd be like, hell no. But if you came to me and you're like, Fiery Grace, I know you don't approve of this, but I'm with a married man, I'm gonna be like, stop, 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 stop. I'm not here to judge you. Okay. You know how I feel about this. I'm going to encourage you, cut off communication, move on, find somebody better. I'm gonna tell you all the things that I could tell you if you want to hear it. But if you don't, I'm going to do my best to coach you. And I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you the truth, but I'm not here to make you feel bad, because the truth is you already know where you're wrong. That's why you probably come in saying, wait. So I'm not here to judge you. So when I say to you that some of them are staying only for the money so that they can figure out, maybe some of them got kids turning 18, some of them, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not telling you if you've got someone who is a 3-year-old that's I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who there is a very clear line of, if I wait to this deadline right here, it will benefit me and my counterpart tremendously. Okay, I do see a little bit of that here. I also see DMs who they feel like there's still a little bit more they have to learn or do where they're at, but they've already detached. They're already moving towards you. And I'm going to be honest, this relationship, remember how I told you at the beginning of the reading, you don't want to be there for it? It's about to explode, implode, whatever you, is about to go down. It's about to look like Gallagher's watermelon. Some of y'all get me. I'm just trying to tell you, they're already on the way. Leave them alone. If you are in contact, if you're communicating, don't say anything, because remember this. This person has been pushing them away from you for a very long time. If you start pushing them away, guess what? There's no way you can be the lighthouse. There's no way that you can be the siren, because sirens and lighthouses don't move. You come here. Hey, you come over here, okay? No, you come over here. That's you right now. Leave the DM alone. Don't get involved in this. Don't touch it. Don't smell it. Don't stalk it, because you're going to misunderstand things. The energies that are present in terms of what is being worked on, they're challenging. Don't think that this reading is telling you to go up in metal. It's not. Okay? This is a challenging beginning. We've got 15 on the board right here. We've got 15 on the board right here. All across the top. It's trying to tell you right now, this is still the devil situation. Do you want the devil in your life? No, me neither. Get on and get away. Get yourself prepared for 2021. Get yourself prepared for building your Lightwork ministry with your DM and your counterpart for the next 10 years. Start focusing on those goals. Your DM is going to run up alongside you out of nowhere. It's clear, because even the ones involved in karmic situations are not there for the reasons that we think. And right now, even in the 5D, 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands. That is 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Cleaning up, taking out the trash. How funny, because you guys always know I say that about the 10 of Wands. Closing out karmic cycles, killing the ego. That's what's happening here. I'm just telling you, your DM is, they already procured the boat. Come on. All right. Well, my. If you are still here and you know you're going to end up watching this again or starting back over, can you do me a favor? Can you guys start leaving timestamps or quotes? Some people already do it. Those of you who do it, you the bomb. Thank you. But some of you will say, oh, what you said at this many minutes, or what you said at or they'll quote me and they'll be like da 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 da, and then they'll say dash Fiery Grace. People don't always want to watch things, but they will read the comments. I do it too, because I really don't watch a lot of YouTube. So if I'm curious about a video, I usually check the comments out to see if I really want to watch it. Especially because I watch like a lot of spiritual and religious stuff. So I really check the comments and make sure that there's nothing no just glaring, like this is a problem, red flags. Leave comments, especially like that. But also, because moving forward, I think I'm going to start cutting little segments out. It's going to test my YouTube skills, my editing skills. I'm going to start cutting little segments out. For I already planned it. I'd done a reading a while back, like a collective, just public reading. Some of y'all remember where I had all the cards laid out flat, And it was really good. And I was like, you know what? I need to cut these little answers down because it was like a really long video. So if you can help me moving forward, if you're still here this late and not, you can see the readings over and you're still listening to me, I'm going to assume you're one of those people that actually loves me and cares and like wants to be a part of the tribe and the community. And you know what I'm saying? So the rest of you, again, the reading's over. I love you. Please like the video and go away. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I don't know why I'm like that. But anyways, so if you're here, yeah, I'm trying to create like new little short segments for twin flames who don't necessarily like want to watch a reading or a whole reading, or don't have time. Okay, especially as we go into the holiday season, you know, there's all kinds of reasons why people might be even more busy than usual. So if you can help me out with that, timestamps, quotes, timestamps are going to be helpful. I think that's the best way to actually do it. Then please do it. And then if you'd like, I will shout you out. In fact, if you do it, I'm going to shout you out. So just make sure if you don't want me to shout you out in the video, like title or description of the little clip I cut, just make sure you say like, please keep me anonymous or something like that. But most of you aren't going to care about having your name saying thank you so-and-so's YouTube name in the description. Most of you are going to be like, I didn't even know that was there. All right, so I think that's everything. We're halfway there, DF. If this reading resonates, you're still here, you kept listening even after my little speech just now about non-reading related stuff. Halfway. I know that might not sound appealing when you're thinking, this is the halfway part, but you don't even know what I'm halfway to what. You don't even know. But you see, it's like start going half full instead of half empty. There's a lot more beauty in this situation than you can see. Is that everything? Oh, I got a big sale going on right now. I probably should have started with that, huh? Hey, everybody. Fiery Grace has a big sale going on. You can save up to like 60% on readings like Divine Masculine readings, personal readings. Oh my gosh. This is the perfect opportunity for anyone who's ever wanted to work with me and Mr. Lightwork, but is like, I can't afford 2 coaches right now. I could only afford 1. So if you want to work with 2 of us for like a reading or a phone session, those are like half off, which is a fantastic deal. Mr. Lightwork agreed to it because normally I don't put his stuff on sale, but he agreed to it because he wants to start doing more readings and stuff. So he's like, fine, no problem at all. If people want to work with me, let's do this. So if you want to work with me, if you want to work with Mr. Lightwork, or if you just really like good sales, it is my Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. If you haven't seen my ad, you guys, if you didn't see my ad, you have to watch it. You not really, just have to look at the title. If you did you like my pun? Attitude. All right, okay, I'm done. All right, so my website is thefierygrace.com. You can email me at thefierygrace@gmail.com. I accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. And if you pay through Cash App or Venmo, you can take an extra 5% off of any of your totals. So here's how that works. Just a quick little snippet for anybody who wants to know. You would just go to the website, do everything in your cart, go all the way through to checkout, except don't enter your payment information or pay or anything, and get the total. Take a screenshot. I know this sounds like a lot of work, but it's just the last couple parts. Everything you would normally do on the website, except instead of paying there, take a screenshot of the total, do the math, subtract that 5%, and then pay that total through Cash App or Venmo. Again, if you don't want to go through that, just pay the regular amount on PayPal, okay? But that's about kind of the fees and stuff we pay. It's like a little bit of a, I don't know what would I call that? It's kind of like the average, because I pay a bunch of different fees. So I just averaged it out and said like, okay, 5% would be good to take off. So I don't know exactly how to explain that to you, but yes, I pay a lot of fees with PayPal and I don't pay a lot of fees with Cash App and Venmo. So that's the only reason I offer that. Otherwise, it's really no other benefit. Except for if you like me and you like deals though. Okay, sorry. Welcome to my channel. If you're still here and you're new to me and you're just having fun and you're vibing, please, 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 please join us. If you don't really vibe and you're just like, I'm just here because I'm in the chat right now, join us anyways. What's one more reader on your YouTube with a dope ass tribe? What's wrong with that? Come hang out. Just mute my video if you don't want to hear from me. just, just hang out in the chat. People do it all the time, especially for readings like this. I know there was a bunch of you who probably stuck around just for the chat but didn't really pay attention to the reading. No problem. I'm Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm silly. Okay, today's reading, I was pretty serious, but I was getting a little spicy with the karmic. It's about as spicy as I tend to get. I get spicy with the divine feminines too. So if you're not into that, if you like to be coddled through your journey, you know, I'm not gonna be the person to follow. But if you're looking for love, tough love sometimes, accuracy, because I truly understand being a twin flame in union myself. I've been through the hard stuff and I've also been through the good. If you're looking for a blessing in your life, Fiery Grace is it. But for real, I can say that confidently only because it's my job. You know what I mean? Like, it's my actual job. So I'm really good at it. And if you want to hang out, join us. By the way, I keep getting notifications from you guys saying you're not getting notifications about my video. I never say this, so maybe I should start saying it, but click the bell. Click the bell next to the subscribe button. That's how you get notifications. If you are missing these lives, especially the love letters, because they're only like 15, 20 minutes and then the live is over and you missed it live, and that energy's just, it does hit different, doesn't it? Click the bell. Matter of fact, those of you who normally, you know, don't have any notifications on, go ahead and click the bell. You know you like hanging out with us. Come on, click it. No, I'm just kidding. I never talk about it, so I'm not sure. I always want to make a joke and be like, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I don't know where I got it from, but I get it from other YouTubers making fun of other YouTubers. I don't know where it came from, though. I've never actually seen someone legitimately be like, smash. But I don't really watch readings on YouTube or regular videos on YouTube, or I don't watch anything that much on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't know where it came from. Okay. Now I'm just talking to talk because I love you guys. I feel like I'm going to miss you guys because it's the freaking holiday here, and I don't know if you guys are going to be around. Are you guys going to be around? I don't know. By the way, if you have not subscribed to my Divine Masculine, it's no problem. Maybe you have been here for a while and you're like, Grace, I don't really want to listen to him talk. Cool, but did you know he does tarot now and he's really good at it? I don't know what happened, but he's done 3 tarot readings. The first one, he was just, I think, nervous, and like he was just more into, you know, just kind of getting into the flow. And then the second one, it was like, I don't know, something was different, but then still he was just kind of, y'all, the reading he put out yesterday, oh my gosh. So my Divine Masculine's name is Mr. Lightwork, the enlighteneDM, but you can find him under Ascent 911. And you can work with him directly. He has a few services that I only recently started offering, so this is like a double plug. We both now offer email consultations. That way, if you're nervous to talk to someone or you just don't have a lot of funds right now and budget's important, the email consultations are going to be a really, really awesome opportunity for you to kind of share a little of information and then get a message back. Now, he also does video consultations, which are similar to the emails. You're just going to get a video response instead of an email. And he kind of goes into a little bit more depth because he's talking in the video rather than typing. So if you want to work with Mr. Lightwork, his website is mrlightwork.com. That's MRLIGHTWORK, not Lightworker. When you guys call him Mr. Lightworker, it's all good. But if you try to go to mrlightworker.com, it's not going to work. And if you try to find Mr. Lightworker, I don't know if it'll pull up on YouTube or not. I think it might, though, because I think we've caught that. So if you want to hear from a Divine Masculine in Union, Mr. Lightwork has a bunch of videos where he's just kind of sharing messages for the DFs and the collective and all that. But if you want to see a Divine Masculine twin flame in Union doing tarot, which from what I'm understanding is extremely rare, especially for someone in Mr. Lightwork's, you know, demographics and blah, 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 check out Mr. Lightwork, check out Ascent 911, because he is, I'm afraid he's going to pass me and I'm going to be sad, but then I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be torn because I'm not going to know if I'm trying to compete or not. What if he's a better reader than me, y'all? I don't know. All right, I'm done. I'm just hanging out at this point. I love you guys. If you're still here and you didn't leave a timestamp or anything, please leave a angel face. Leave an angel face. If you don't have an emoji with an angel on the top of it, or any type of angel type, whatchamacallit, and you can find something that looks like a halo or wings, a butterfly maybe, a diamond, a crown. But if you got the angel, comment the angel emoji, the M angel. Comment the M angel. All right, I'm talking for real. I love you. I hope that you guys are pleasantly surprised. I hope this resonates, and I hope that your divine masculines, when they do show up in this like new matured way, they're able to articulate to you what's really been happening to them, what's been going on, and how they've shifted so that you can start to understand. Especially, I just want them to confirm this for you, because I feel like this, how they feel about the karmic and the reason they chose them and all that, is probably going to give you more peace than anything else. And I hope that happens for you, because I know it doesn't always happen for everybody. All right. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it. I know this is going to be one of the more shared videos, because I know there are a lot of people who are in karmic situations, but also I know there's a lot of people who want to watch my videos, but they feel like I don't speak to them. So if you have someone who's like, I want a karmic reading from Fiery Grace, now you can deliver it. Thank you for commenting, and commenting pretty much anytime, knowing that other people are going to read what you write, and they can't unsee it. They can't unsee the positivity. They can't unsee the thought-provoking commentary about the changes in the DM or new perspectives on the karmic. They can't unsee it once they've read it. So if it comes to you and you feel like it's going to be a blessing to someone, speak. Okay? All right, for real. You see, I will never leave. I love you. I'm out of here. Peace.